What's going on, Aries? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an amazing week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, and donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. You know, when I'm growing, I'm working on these sentence things, I promise. And for those of you who are new, ignore that. I totally have it together, and welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of the monthly spread this week is going to be love, Aries. And whether you're looking for it or whether you're in one, I've tailored this thing for you. And well, keep that in mind. That's a good segue to say, wow, just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest leave all that word salad with me, and never force a reading on a situation. Cool. All right, let's jump into this thing, Aries, before I dig myself a bigger hole here. But guess what? Your space has been cleansed. Gems are way more articulate. It's going to be just a great time all around. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 9 cards with this, and be doing clarifications as need be, and of course a good old surprise card, because I would not put you through that and not give you a surprise card at the end. So look at that. And in case y'all were curious, the deck that I'm using is the Light Seers Tarot deck. And I have a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Aries. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to be what this person is like. You know, this is like my favorite part of it. So, higher self, what is this? What's this person like that's coming in for Aries here? Let's see. Let's see how this energy's looking here. Interesting. Okay. And that's not entirely a bad thing, Aries. You got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse here. And so, you know, it's going to be one of those things, you know, trust your intuition here, because, you know, part way, this could be a person that, you know, maybe we're questioning about if we want to invest in them. You know, maybe we're just kind of looking out for maybe some like red flags. You know, maybe we were kind of maybe something happened in the past, you know, that have gotten us a little more kind of guarded. In which I will say with that, Aries, that's a good place to be, but we don't want to get to a place where we got like where we have like the next people kind of like jumping through hoops, you know, for past people's mistakes. You know, it's good to have your boundaries and to have your expectations. I definitely say, you know, don't compromise there, but you know, don't find that balance here. But the other thing that I wanted to say with this energy is, you know, maybe this person isn't could not possibly not be the wisest investor. You know, I don't think that there's necessarily like a gambling thing per se, but just something to keep an eye out. You know, let's get a little bit more on that before we move on, Aries. You know, I'm feeling as suspicious as you are here. You know, there's definitely a question mark. Let's get higher self. Can we clarify the 7 of Pentacles, please? And keep in mind too, Aries, this isn't a gender specific reading here. You know, we're reading the energies out here. So let's see. Interesting. Okay. So again, you know, take it as it resonates. Let me start there. Because you got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And so I feel like maybe it could just be with this energy, you know, it could really just be as simple as we're just not sure. You know, maybe we're looking for like the one this time. You know, maybe we might be in a place where you're kind of tired of dating, you know, between all the thousands of apps and then, you know, people and then just all of that stuff. You know, maybe we're just kind of looking to settle down here, you know, maybe. And you know what too, you know, maybe this could be something too, you know, if we're starting something new, you know, maybe think about where you want your standards to be, you know, because if we've been at a place to where we've not been with people who might have matched our vibration or who might have lowered us down a little bit, you know, ask more for yourself. And you know what, too, Aries, and this is for now we're switching gears to if we're in a relationship right now, you know, if there's maybe we've been some doubts, you know, maybe there have been some money things that have been going on, but I'm getting this is just like are we questioning like this is like, is this the one per se, you know, kind of sit with that, Aries, you know, because that is a very important question, you know, if you want to do things, because that could change, from whether you want to make this thing maybe more of a casual thing, if that's where you're trying to be at right now, or if that's where you're not trying to be, you're just like, well, hey, I thought maybe I was ready, however you may need to let this person down, but we're just getting started here, Aries. Let's get on to the next card here. Just look at that. We're breaking this stuff down. We haven't even got on the first date yet. So let's see how you'll meet. Let's get to your second card here. But that's some good stuff to think about, Aries. I definitely think that that's some wise thinking. Make sure that we know what we want going into this thing. That we don't settle for less here. You should and for both ends. It's equal give and take there. But let's get I swear we're moving on from it. Higher self. How will Aries meet this person at this time? Let's see how this come across this energy here. Oh, interesting. You got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse here. And so I feel like with this, I feel like maybe for some, when I was talking about that investment thing, it could be maybe possibly on their end, they need to kind of get themselves together, whether that be financially or whether that be maybe just in life in general here. And and this could be too, if we because the Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery, it's a card of, and not even necessarily mastery, it's more so like a card of refinement, kind of, strengthening your skills. So maybe there's something that I feel like needs to be addressed here before that maybe we're ready to meet this person here. Maybe we need to figure out what we want from this thing here, Aries, because it's kind of interesting how we started out here, pretty profound here. And because I think about this too, with the Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter's card here. We're thinking about expansion. It's maybe like, and I mean expansion, and maybe we're thinking about expanding with this person here. Whether that be sharing a house together. Maybe settling down, getting married per se, or at least thinking about long-term stuff here. And so I feel like maybe with this we need to kind of really sit down and really kind of evaluate what it is that you really want from relationships, or do we want this however we want to picture this thing, Aries. But let's get a little bit more on that. This is got a lot on the brain here, Aries. Let's get higher self. Can we clarify the Eight of Pentacles, please? Yeah, let's get a little bit more on that, Aries. Okay, you got the Five of Pentacles here, Aries. And so maybe I'm wondering with this thing, maybe we've been at a place where we've been just sort of like, we've just been feeling like we've just been kind of down and out. Maybe we haven't been, I almost feel like maybe we've just been in this place where it feels like, maybe we're never going to, we're going to find this person, we're just going to constantly kind of be alone. There's no kind of hope for stability here. And, Aries, I will say with that, if that's where, if that's resonating with you, if we're not going to find this person, I feel like it's, maybe if we're in this state of in this period right now, and you're in a safe space here, Aries, maybe this is something that we've put maybe a little too much weight in relationships. Maybe we've been in relationships in the past that have been very maybe codependent. Maybe we've not we really kind of leaned into this person here. And I feel like maybe this period of time here, not to say that, you're alone just because you're supposed to be, but, maybe this is a good time for you to reflect on why it is that you feel this pressure maybe to be in a relationship per se, feel like why there is such a significance, like you feel like if you don't have this thing that, that life is over, that there's no kind of hope here. I hope that's making sense. Because this definitely because again, I don't feel like you're alone because the universe just wants you to be alone, Aries. It just might be a time where we may need to be in like a hermit place right now and kind of really figure out, what it is that we want. Figure out what's going on in your realm here, and then once all that stuff kind of gets fixed up, that then that you'll have the space has been made for love and all of that. I really do hope that makes sense, and. I feel like for maybe for some of those, if you're in a relationship, maybe I feel like it could be kind of, because this is some pretty heavy stuff here. I feel like coming out, Aries. I feel like there's a lot of doubts. Maybe just like a contemplation of should we be with this person? Are we with this person for convenience? However that's looking like for you. Sit with that, figure out where that is, and then I feel like sit with your person, kind of work this out. Maybe it's just maybe we just haven't communicated in a while. Definitely apply it to your situation. But I'll move on from that. Let's we'll see. Because maybe once we've handled this stuff here, because the next card is going to be your first impression of them, and it's like we've been working with our own stuff here before we got to our first impression. But you know what? We've worked this. Let's fast forward a little bit. We've worked through some stuff here. We're feeling a little bit better. We're ready to welcome kind of love in. Let's see what this person will look like. Let's see what's going to be your first impression of them. Because you want to make sure that you want to be healed through this thing. Or at least starting to take the steps too before you kind of welcome someone in. Bring someone else in on this part of your journey here. You know what I mean? You want to kind of come from a more kind of solid foundation there, Aries. But let's well, first impressions. we're still keeping it moving. Higher self, what's going to be the first impression of of this person here? Interesting. You know what? This is kind of what I was talking about, Aries, because you got the Ten of Cups in reverse here, and this is if we're at a place, and this applies for honestly if we're looking for something new or if we're in something right now. If you're not at a place where because listen, thoughts are powerful here. And if this is something that is like cycling in your head, like, am I in the right thing? Is this the one? Like, should I be here? Maybe this isn't the right thing. You might think that this is something that like, because you haven't maybe said it out loud, maybe like it's some, you can ignore it, but manifesting, there's something that's happening right now. That's if that's that mantra that you're telling yourself here, then that's how your world is going to look. Your Ten of Cups is going to be all upside down, and we're going to be wondering why we're not happy, because that's where our energy is being channeled in right now. Our stability is rocking here, because you got this is Aries, it's right, at least as of right now. Not that, I would never tell you what to do, but using a relationship to fix something like that is to fix whatever you're dealing with is not a good answer, in my opinion. That's just going to bring up both of your people's stuff here, and then it's just going to be a hot mess. Whereas as opposed to, if you at least kind of have eyes on it, you've at least experienced this thing, you can articulate, to this other person here, what you're going through right now, then they can kind of decide, as opposed to, you've been kind of sitting on this thing. Because I'll tell you what, it starts in, internally in your world here, but this stuff has a tendency to bleed out. It'll permeate in your world, whether it be tower moments, devil moments, hangmans, and then things get a little unpleasant there. So just keep that in mind, Aries. But let's get to your fourth card here, which is going to be how they will affect you. So, higher self, how will this person affect Aries? Let's see. We kind of been working through some things. Okay. You got the Fool here. And all right, so I like this. Maybe this will be, because I'm hoping we've been at a place where we've kind of worked through some things. And you know what? This could be, I honestly feel like this is more so, at least with this Fool popping up, I feel like this might be like kind of like a friend who might kind of kind of like maybe spark this momentum from you here. Because when I think with I know this is for like a major relationship, but this could be in your like your personal relationships too with your friends here, you know, if we're not looking for love per se. You know, I feel like if we're going to, if we want to get to this place where we're looking for love, you know, maybe we haven't been feeling motivated, you know, if we've been feeling like we've been making bad choices here, or whatever the case may be, Aries, I feel like you're going to feel that rush of inspiration again. And this is an interesting reading, Aries. Let's get a little clarification on that Fool before I get into that. Higher self, can we clarify the Fool, please? Yeah, this is let's see about that. Okay, I'm with it. Okay, sorry, you got the Hierophant here. Okay, so I feel like, and don't shoot the messenger here. But I feel like maybe if we're, because let's say, you know, you're in this hurt place right now, and you still decide to go looking for relationships. These are for people who are looking for love right now. I feel like there's going to be how this will affect you. There's going to be I feel like a new. I feel like there's going to be a lesson from this thing. You know, I feel like it's going to be one of those, you know, it might be fun for a little while, but it could potentially fizzle out. Potentially. If we're not dealing with this thing here. But I feel like, you know, maybe you're going to see a pattern, you know, over time, you know, maybe we're doing like casual things right now. Maybe we're seeing a certain type, you know, that's gonna spark this Fool's energy to connect, you know, to connect to something, to more, you know what I mean, Aries? You know, to connect to this Ten of Cups here, you know, to get to that happiness. You know, I feel like maybe there's gonna possibly, and this is only gonna, you know, you know what I mean, Aries. You know, definitely, you know, you'll see it as you know, as if it applies to your situation. But I feel like, you know, there may be some lessons in this thing, you know, that I hope that makes sense, because yeah, I'm not sure how to articulate that. You know, that's an interesting one. I feel like there's going to be some enlightenment coming from these situations here, Aries. So let's keep this profound train moving here. And I tell you, I'm going to be just as enlightened as you are by the end of this thing. Your fifth card, which is going to be what kind of relationship this will be. So, higher self, what kind of relationship is this? Other than very interesting, Aries. Let's see how this is shaping out to be. Interesting. We're just keeping the trend, Aries, because you got the moon here. And so, you know, this is I really feel like, you know, this could be, again, kind of like how I was talking about with this Fool Hierophant combo here. I feel like there are going to be some things that are going to be brought to light here, you know, in a sense of like what you want from a relationship, you know, how you love in a relationship, you know, how you respond to someone else's love language. You know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of a lot of nuggets of wisdom, you know, whether this be with one person or maybe a couple of partners, you know, however this is, you know. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be one we can either choose, and you know, maybe for some others, you know, this could be a thing too. This could be a relationship, you know, maybe we can stay in this thing, stay in the illusions, because that's what the moon represents. You know, we can stay in this place of where we're telling ourselves we're Ten of Cups, you know, on the outside everything is Ten of Cups, you know, we're or at least that's how we're trying to portray. But again, if our insides isn't matching that, then eventually this illusion here, you're going to be kind of like this girl here. We're going to kind of get kind of drowned and get in, you know, kind of things get kind of murky here at some point. So just, you know, let's keep it moving, Aries. Okay, well, and I was going to, Word salad. Sixth card is going to be obstacles, because I was going to say, as if this wasn't one big obstacle as it is, because this has been a journey, Aries. But let's see what are going to be some obstacles, because maybe this will help kind of shine the light on this whole thing. Let's higher self. What are some obstacles that that Aries might go through, other than maybe a profound enlightenment here? Because Aries, I do feel like this experience is going to be some's good. Wow. Did I not say profound enlightenment? Because you got the King of Swords here. So I feel like the obstacles for both you and me is understanding this whole situation here, because there's in really getting really, because there's something going on here, Aries. I feel like there's this love. We came here for love, but you're getting ready to like a level up out of this thing here. I'm not sure. Let's get a little more on this King of Swords here. Higher self, can we clarify the King of Swords? I know that's one I never thought I'd say. Can we clarify this this clarity here? Let's see. Let's get a little bit more on this King of Swords, Aries. What are you doing here? Okay, you got the Seven of Swords in reverse here, and you know what? I feel like it's the obstacle. Yeah, it's going to be about we got to be real with ourselves, Aries. What do you want for everybody? New relationship, old relationship. What do you want? What do you want in this thing? And don't lie to yourself. It's and I'm not coming at you, but at some point, this is going to become just like you running around in like a mouse in a wheel, and it's just going to you're going to get to one place. You don't want to get where you're looking like 30 years down the line, and you're just like, what happened? How did I even get here? Where did the man? You know what I mean, Aries? I feel like it would benefit you to, again, just kind of figure out what it is that you want in this thing, and then take action from there. Deal with this thing, and I can't tell you what to do. So however you deal with it, I'm gonna be with you along this journey here, Aries. But that's where I'm gonna leave that. You gotta be real with yourself, because if you can't be honest with yourself, who can you be honest with? You know what I mean? So let's go to your seventh card here, which is going to be the outcome. So, higher self, what's the outcome looking like for Aries? Let's see what the outlook's looking like for you, Aries. Okay. You got the Six of Pentacles in reverse here. And I feel like it's going to be, with this, the outcome's going to be you're going to get as much out of this thing as you give. If with like I was saying with this moon card, we got a choice here. If you want to stay, telling ourselves lie, you know what I mean, Aries. I'm not calling you a liar, but if we want to be in this place where we want to feed into the illusions, feel like, okay, yeah, you got this thing, and you're not healed yet, then that's what you're going to get back. You're going to get back, like I was saying with that Ten of Cups here. If that's what you're manifesting in your head, if that's where that is, that's how your environment's going to reflect. But if we want to get to this place where we're getting back if you want happiness here, Aries, you got to do that. We got a hermit. We got a hermit, because this is something. this is something else, Aries. So yeah, that's the outcome. Yeah, you're gonna get out of this thing what you put into it, and you know what, and you're gonna have to and be okay with that. You know what I mean? It's just like how I'm okay with how you're going about your journey. You got to be okay with it too, whatever the results, good or bad. Because this is what you've manifested. It's sometimes that's tough to hear, but that's our situations are what we manifest. And there's lessons in there for that. Again, there's this not happening. I feel like this isn't random what's going on here, but let's Let's get to your 8th card here, which is going to be how this will ultimately affect you. So, higher self, how will this ultimately affect Aries? Let's see how this will ultimately affect you here. Because I'll tell you what, Aries, I appreciate this energy you brought here. I've learned quite a bit from this stuff here. Okay, so okay, that one I almost came at you. Oh, and I'm kidding. Just because this is my ruler here, the moon. You got the high priestess, and so look at this. More moon energy here, Aries. So again, this is going to be. I don't know how many times I can say that. You know, and I feel like maybe this keeps coming up because it needs to be heard. You know. If we're ignoring what we know is better for us here, you know, if we're staying stuck again, if we're getting just lost in the moon here, then that's going to affect how you navigate through life here. You know, you're not trusting your instincts here. You know, because the high priestess is about intuition. You know, you got the high priest. Look, Aries, you got the high priestess and the hierophant here. There's and listen, again, because like there's something profound trying to happen in here, Aries, and this you know, this having the blinders on right now, because that's what I feel like is happening with this thing here, is that we're putting the blinders on here and we're ignoring reality right now. And that can only serve you for so long. And again, this applies to everybody. That can only serve you for so long here. Eventually, higher self is going to it finds ways to kind of try to get this message across here. So, you know, that's what I got for that. So let's get to your last card here, which is going to be what you'll learn from this thing. So, higher self. What will Aries learn from this thing? Let's see. Let's see what lessons we can get from this, Aries. I dig it. Absolutely. Let's take a look at that, because that's 8 of Cups here. And then let's switch back over, because I feel like there's something here that's holding for some. You know, again, you know, take this as it resonates. There's something here that's holding you down here. Aries, and I feel like it's affecting you from growing just in all aspects, in love, and really I really feel like too, you know, this could be something like we need to love ourselves, you know, for a little bit, you know, however long. I was going to say for a minute, no, for as many minutes as you need, but there's something here that in order for you to, and I've said us, I'm living through you, Aries, in order for us to get this Fool's energy here, because there's something in here that I feel like wants to break free out of this. You know, there's something that I feel like is being kept down, Aries, and I feel like there's this connection that needs to be established again between you, your higher self, God, Buddha, Jesus, ancestors, however that looks like for you, and then everything else will fall into place here, because really to even have this, not that I don't think love can be profound, Aries, but considering how light I was kind of coming in with this thing, this energy took a real heavy turn here. So I can't, again, last time I'm gonna tell you this, I can't tell you what to do, but I do feel like that there's some healing that needs to be done. And Aries, I feel like when you start doing this thing, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much lighter. And then you'll see how things, how that stuff will start coming back into your realm here. So I'll leave that there. I hope that made sense. And you know I'm not, you know I never come at you, you know, but I feel like there's something really cool that's can come from this thing, Aries. Something really nice here. So I really would think you would benefit from kind of sitting with that thing, meditate, however that looks, sit in front of a fire, go for a walk, get around some water maybe, however that looks like for you. But if you like that, so I'm about to get back into your reading again. If you like that, let's give this thing a thumbs up. Share this thing. If you know someone who, because maybe you know, maybe you're in a partner with, maybe you're in a partner, maybe your partner or someone is an Aries as well. Maybe they might benefit from this. Let's raise this vibration. Let's level up, because you're trying to level up in this thing, Aries, which is cool. Good one on you. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release a video each week. I'm all up on Facebook. And then lastly, I feel like I'm forgetting something else, but it'll come to me. Check out the Chariot and Friends. You know, if you have Cancer in your chart, or you know, maybe we're dealing with a Cancer, you know, however that looks like, you're trying to understand how we tick, you know, go check that out. You know, I do videos Monday through Friday, discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a blast, and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here so I can get you out of here. Okay, you got the Five of Wands here, and that's kind of how this whole thing felt. You know, I feel like there's a lot of tension. You know, there's something going on here. You know, we're feeling restricted. You know, we're feeling, and this too. You know, this is Saturn and Leo here, and I feel like there's something like, I feel like we're feeling just like our backs are against the wall or something like that, Aries. You know, like we're just like everything feels tight, and I feel like once you find that thing that's weighing you down, whatever this truth that's trying to be uncovered here, you're going to be able to just, you know, some of that, relax a little bit, you know, put your shoulders down, you know, just kind of shake this thing off. So I'll leave that there, Aries, because we could stay in this thing all day. So stay safe out there, you know, deal with this thing at your pace. This is a lot, so if you're having trouble raising that vibration, you know, this is like become like my thing. It's me putting your arm around me, where I'm gonna help you raise that vibration there, you know, until we get you back up there. And I will catch you on the next one later.